Klay Thompson. The past week, we've been giving you daily updates. Right now, it's June 25th, early morning. I got stuff to do today, but I'm making sure that you get this update because it's a big one. Instead of going like this, Klay's going like this, Warriors are going like this. This is not good. Not good, folks. If you want Klay here. If you think Klay is gone, then you're probably cheering. Randy Silver, Warriors Digest. 14% of you watching or subscribed. Thank you so much. If you're not, it would mean so much for you to subscribe so you get notified when we drop daily episodes, sometimes 2-3 in a day, and we grow the reach of Warriors Digest for the fans so they get updates like this on Klay Thompson. So what's the update? The last that we talked about with Klay Thompson, he was looking for a 3-year deal. Not one, not two, at least 3 years. Show me the respect. Reportedly, Warriors, only 2 years. Okay, I'll go somewhere else. Magic, money, only 2 years. We haven't heard about Philly. Haven't heard about New York. Haven't heard about other teams, Lakers. Maybe he's a part of a sign and trade. Things are happening. So what's the new update? Some in the Warriors organization don't view Klay Thompson as an essential part of their core group moving forward, per Brett Siegel of the NBA. The quote, Warriors still value Thompson's contributions to their historic success. Yet, some in the organization do not view him as the essential part of their core group moving forward with the emergence of Kuminga and Podziemski. Not groundbreaking stuff, but everything we've been hearing is, what is Dunleavy saying? A guy like Klay Thompson, a guy who's meant so much to this franchise to completely strip the emotion from it, I think that's almost impossible. This is a business. Dunleavy reiterates the Warriors want to re-sign Klay Thompson. Both of those from his press conference yesterday, June 24th. He was talking about draft and other things. Of course, Klay Thompson's coming up. So people inside are saying, hey, he's not that vital anymore, but yet you can still want him. Now, is he just putting on the front for the fans? Maybe it's different. But he means a lot to the organization. He's won 4 rings with us. He's going to get a statue outside of Chase Center. He's going into the NBA Hall of Fame, Warriors Hall of Fame. But it doesn't mean he can be the right person now. $20 million, maybe. $30 million, I don't think so. It's not worth it. And again, it comes down to this. The salary cap, the apron, that $172 million number. If Chris Paul's not back, which I don't think he is, it takes you down to 144. So there's room to give Klay, but you need to build out the team. That's not going to happen. Or you bring back Chris Paul, $30 million. You're stuck. You have nothing to give Klay. If you do, you go over the aprons. And Joe Lacob said he's trying to not go over. So what happens then? Chris Paul, sign and trade, get someone back, and that could maybe get you in that middle range. Or maybe it's a sign and trade with Chris Paul and Klay to go somewhere like Clippers for Paul George, we kind of talked about. So that's the Warriors side. Mixed signals. Publicly saying yes, internally saying maybe is not a priority. Klay Thompson has been extremely frustrated with the way the Warriors have been handling his contract negotiations. Extremely frustrated. Again, these are sources. This is per Brett Siegel NBA via Clutch Points. This could be legit or it could be posturing. Again, Randy, this isn't groundbreaking stuff, but you got to look at both sides. Publicly, what has Klay done? He's unfollowed the Warriors on social media. Potentially someone's leaked he wants 3 years. It's out in the media. He hasn't said, I want to be back. I'm going to see my options. Never done free agency before. Now, frustrations. So this could be showing him that, hey, if you don't get me what I want, my butt's out the door. Vice versa. Maybe he really wants to stay with the Warriors. And this is why he's frustrated. You showed Draymond love. 4 years, $100 million. You showed Steph love. 4 years, I want to say it was like $150, $200 million, something like that. Where's my money at? Why am I not the same? How are they better than me? How are they assuming a higher role in the hierarchy of getting paid? Why am I not getting the same money? Why am I not getting the same years? Which, again, seems like a more priority for Klay is the years, not the money. So that becomes a tough conversation because we've seen fractures. D-Wade, Miami, they fell apart like that. They brought it back together in the end, kumbaya, which will happen. We've seen Karl Malone leave Utah. Gary Payton left the Sonics. Obviously, Shaq kind of bounced around, but that was more trades. Kobe flirted with leaving the Lakers multiple times when he felt like he wasn't getting the respect that he felt he deserved. So this is why it's so important is players have a hierarchy. Players see themselves when you've been that level in the organization and it feels like you're getting disrespected, that can create hurt feelings. And those can be hard to repair until you get the contract. So again, Dunleavy reiterates he wants to re-sign Klay. In that, he also said, conversations behind closed doors. I'm not putting the details in the public. When we're ready to talk about it, when the situation's resolved, we will. I respect that. Keep negotiations private. As a fan, as a sports reporter, I would love to know what's happening, but I respect the game. Again, the emotions are there too. So if you say something inside of that boardroom and it's just you, Klay's representatives, and it gets leaked and it's not from Klay's side, he's getting no. And that's going to only create more heartache, disrespect, tough feelings to bring those back together and make him walk out the door. And again, some of you out there, I see the comments, I respond to some of them, do not want Klay on this team. Regardless of the money, he's not on this team anymore. Use that money, use that position to go somewhere else. Other lifelong legend, Klay has a role on this team, probably not a starter. And some people say, hey, give this run of the core, Steph, Dre, and Klay one more time. I'm in the middle. I would love for Klay to stay with the Warriors. Lifelong. Put a statue out there. There's something about being with one team your whole career. It doesn't happen that much anymore. However, we can't mortgage the future to make it happen. If we can get Klay for between $15 to like $22 million, I'd be very okay with that. When we look at the salary, again, it fits. We're going to have to make some maneuvering. Like, I don't think Chris Paul's staying. We've already reported Looney's contract is now fully guaranteed for $8 million. That could become a trade piece if he's not playing a lot or in this upcoming free agency period. GP2 has opted in. Good for the perimeter. But it comes down to the Warriors organization. If Klay is asking for $25, $30 million, is that something you give to him? Do you see that as a priority? Do you not? Kuminga, he needs to play a lot. We saw the second half of the season. When he played, he got better and better and better. And friends, we have a Kuminga video coming out. Hint, hint, foreshadowing. There are trade talks. Do I think he should be traded? Sneak peek. No. I'm going to make a compelling argument to why not. That video is coming out later today. Brandon made an all-NBA rookie team. If he's not playing more and more, regresses, sophomore slump. There are talks of him. I've seen some people saying make him back a point guard. You'll get a 2. Him and Steph don't play well together. I think they do play well together. Again, you got Steph, Brandon, Kuminga, Dre, TJD. I think Brandon does go to back at point guard. You better get a solid 2. I personally said maybe move Kuminga to 2. I've got some flack from that. But like if you get Paul George, 2. But then if you get Paul George, if we put in the video, you potentially have to give up Kuminga or Brandon to make that happen. So there's a lot there in getting another NBA player. But it comes down to Klay Thompson. Not following the Warriors anymore. Once 3 years, reportedly only getting 2 from inside and outside organizations. If you can't do the outside yet. We got some stuff to figure out. We got the draft coming up tomorrow of making this video. Who we pick in that draft could be very telling. If we take a big man, then their goal is potentially to bring back Klay as a three-point shooter, sharpshooter. If they take a sharp shooter, then potentially this says, hey, we don't need Klay. We think we can draft someone who can fill those shoes. In my next video coming out Thursday morning, I'm putting out, Wednesday's afternoon draft, my top 4 prospects who I think the Warriors should draft. We do the whole draft breakdown for months leading up, looking at people they brought in, and I'm going to tell you who I think the top 4 is. So there's a lot happening in Warriors Digest. Of course, then we have free agency period. Then we have the summer league in Golden State, then also in Vegas. The Olympics are with Steph Curry and Steve Kerr, and we're going to be following that every day. Of course, then the regular season comes. So there's a lot here for you to subscribe to. We're bringing you daily videos on Warriors Digest. And you know, when we know the Klay news, if he's staying or not going, we're going to live stream our reactions, have a kumbaya party of happiness, sadness, madness, crying, whatever it may be. a place for Warriors fans to come and be together. Are you with me on Klay being here? Or are you against me on Klay being here? Again, my position is he needs to be here for the right price. If it's too much money, he needs to walk, reprioritize. If it's the right price, come in, be a backup, and stay a Warrior. Let me know your thoughts, and of course, look out for the next video coming later today. Subscribe for more updates. Deuces.